Back to Me&B Productions. In this episode, I'm going to review the bike radar Varia, and I'm going to review this phone mount that I use to hold my phone. So in this episode, we'll talk a little bit about this Varia. A friend of mine gave me one of these radar units, and the purpose of the radar unit is to be able to see cars coming up behind you. It's pretty small. It's a little blinker, and it fits on the back of the bike. And it comes with this little rubber mount, and this is handy if you want to move it from one bike to another. But if you're going to leave it on, use it on the same bike all the time, I would recommend you buy this accessory, and it's a hard mount, so it stays on your bike the whole time. And I bought that, so I'm pretty happy with that. I don't have to worry about it coming off with that little rubber attachment, and it just clips right on. To have a way to be able to see the display, and I have a watch similar to this one. It's a Garmin 935, so that's what I like to have things that I can use for more than one purpose. A lot of my friends have these 1030, 530 type displays units, and they're really nice if you're a bike only guy. It's a really nice bike computer that goes really good with this radar unit, so you might want to consider that. It's nice to be able to have the map up there, and you do get some pretty good features out of that Garmin Edge. One thing this Garmin has is a free app that you can download to your phone. So I always carry my phone with me on the bike, so my plan was to go ahead and use my phone to see my radar information. Since I already carry my phone anyway, I thought that might be a good way to be able to see the information and use my phone for the radar. So isn't that the way things go? You buy one thing and then you need three other things to support it. So now that I've got my phone that I've decided to use, I need a way to mount it on my bike. So I bought this magnetic phone mount that fits on my bike. It looked like, according to the reviews, it was a good deal. I could just use a sticker on the back of my phone and then mount it to my bike, and then I could see the radar as I was going. So I bought it to try it out to see how it worked, and so far I've been pretty pleased with it. You just, one screw, you put it right on the at the top of that fork post, and you just screw it right in there, and then you put your phone, you put a sticker on the back of your phone, and then it just fits into this little holder on top of the handlebars, and you just kind of snap it in there, and it is solid, baby. It does not come loose. I've gone over some pretty hellacious railroad tracks with it. I haven't fallen on it, but so far I'm pretty pleased with the result I'm getting. The idea is that you can tip it up like this and then take a movie or a screenshot. Well, I did take a movie while I was going, and as you can see by the footage, it did not come out very well. It was hard to see. It wasn't very clear. So as far as a holder for your phone to take movies, I wouldn't recommend it. So once you get out in the field, you just turn on your radar unit, and then if you have a watch, it'll automatically Bluetooth connect to your radar unit, or your phone, it'll connect to it too. And you've got these different settings. You can put it on blinky, which is what I usually do. And then, as you can see on your watch, it has this orange banner on the right that shows where cars are that are coming up behind you. So the white dot is a car that's coming up behind, and that's how that's displayed on your watch. And then after it's clear, that whole line will go green. So it's pretty kind of neat for the watch. But app, and then make sure that you're connected on Bluetooth to your radar unit, and then as you can see, it'll show vehicles approaching. And then every time a car gets close to being available to you, where it's coming, you'll get a tone over your phone that'll tell you, okay, there's a car coming, and that kind of stuff. So this is one way that you can display it. So you can kind of see between the watch and the phone the different displays. The unit is, when you're, let's say you're on a bike trail and there's no cars, like I am right here, it shows a vehicle approaching, and it's actually another bicyclist. So this is the downside if you are riding in a group. So you're at the front of the group and you're using your radar unit, you're going to be getting that alert that there's a car approaching. So it doesn't differentiate between a bike and a car. So you know, if I'm riding with a group of friends and stuff like that, and I'm at the front or even in the middle, this thing doesn't really do me a whole lot of good. So I guess my uptake on it is, if when I'm riding by myself, I really like it. I don't go out without it. So you know, when I'm out by myself, when I'm with a group, I'll still use it, but I know its limitations, and it's especially handy if I'm at the back, so I can announce car back. So those are the things. I guess I would recommend it. I think the added safety is really worthwhile, and it's helpful. You don't want to rely on it. You always want to look over your shoulder, but for me, I think everyone should consider buying one of these if they're out where there's cars.